In ancient times, there was a great archer who was famous for his unmatched skill with a bow and arrow. One day, a curious student asked the archer how he was able to hit his target with such precision. The archer replied, "It is not the arrow that hits the target, but the mind behind the arrow." The student was confused. "But how can the mind control the arrow?" The archer smiled. "Let me show you." He led the student to a nearby field and handed him a bow and arrow. "Now, aim for that tree over there," he instructed. The student pulled back the bowstring, aimed, and let go. But the arrow missed the tree by several feet. The archer then took the bow and arrow and said, "Watch closely." He closed his eyes and took a deep breath. He visualized the target in his mind and felt the bow become an extension of his arm. He then released the arrow, and it hit the tree with incredible accuracy. The student was amazed. "How did you do that?" The archer explained, "When you shoot an arrow, it is easy to get caught up in the mechanics of aiming and releasing. But to truly hit your target, you must quiet your mind and let your body become one with the arrow. The arrow then becomes an extension of your intention, and the target becomes an extension of your mind." The student was intrigued. "But how do I quiet my mind?" The archer replied, "It takes practice. Meditation and mindfulness can help you become more aware of your thoughts and emotions. When you learn to observe them without judgment or attachment, you can begin to quiet your mind and focus your intention." The student practiced every day, and over time, he became more skilled with the bow and arrow. He learned to quiet his mind and let his body become one with the arrow. He realized that the key to hitting his target was not in the physical mechanics of the bow and arrow, but in the mental and spiritual focus behind it. Years later, the student became a great archer himself, and he passed on the archer's teachings to others. He taught them the importance of quieting the mind and focusing the intention, not just in archery but in all aspects of life. The Zen koan of the arrow reminds us that the power to achieve our goals lies not in the external tools we use but in the internal focus and intention we bring to them. By quieting the mind and becoming more present and mindful, we can tap into a deeper level of awareness and achieve a greater sense of clarity and purpose in our lives. The lesson learned from this story is that the power to achieve our goals lies not in the external tools we use but in the internal focus and intention we bring to them. By quieting the mind and becoming more present and mindful, we can tap into a deeper level of awareness and achieve a greater sense of clarity and purpose in our lives. The story highlights the importance of mental and spiritual focus over physical mechanics, and how meditation and mindfulness can help us become more aware of our thoughts and emotions, leading to a more peaceful and purposeful life. Thank you for watching. May you have peace and prosperity, and may all your wishes come true.